So, welcome to the return journey. My name's Susanna and I'm your Peugeot MP3 Explorer, and we are on our way home, and I've got the Curvager app up, and right away it's almost like we finished the last journey where we've got a slow driver ahead of us. So I've got the Curvager app up and I'm just using it as a guide, just to get me home, but I'm not actually following it religiously, if you see what I mean. So it just seems to think that I'm going the wrong way, but it should reroute me anyway. There you go. So just to make the ride a little bit more interesting, I'm not exactly sure how long the battery's going to last. It's another reason for doing a return journey. I want to actually see if we can actually cope. The battery will stay recording or not to get me home or not. If it doesn't, you won't see this video. So if you're watching this video, you know you've made it to the end. So I've just had a really pleasant afternoon in Winchester. It's been really nice. I've really enjoyed it. Had a good walk round. It's not very often I come to Winchester. Usually when I come to Winchester, it's usually through work related stuff. So that's why I thought I'd come up this way, because I knew it's quite steep. I thought it'd be quite interesting viewing. Basically this will take us up to the main road that took us from the observatory, if you watched the other video on the inbound journey. I'll flip the visor down. Hopefully it'll keep the wind noise down, and hopefully we're still recording. And as always in my videos, there's always a lot of hope in the beginning. You'll see it in a minute. If you watch my other video, you'll see where I sort of turned off beforehand. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure if how far we're going to get into this recording, because I stupidly should have brought the other battery with me and I didn't, because I wasn't really anticipating. But as usual, you know, you should always record it because you never know. But I didn't, so stay there. Like I said on the just before my inbound journey, so when I came on this inbound journey, I turned off here at this junction, so that's where we're back on the main road that we came in on. But I'm hoping to go via the South Downs way, so it'll be a slightly different route home, hopefully a bit more interesting to see. Time is now what, 3:10 in the afternoon, so yeah, it hasn't been bad. It's been a good few hours. I think I arrived here about 1:45. Had a good few hours to walk around Winchester. Absolutely beautiful place. If you've never been to Winchester, I highly recommend it. It's so beautiful, so much history to see, and the buildings are just really nice, and some of these sort of alleyways, some of it seems a bit continental in terms of like the like all these cafes and things and restaurants. So if you just like to sit there outside doing a bit of people watching, you can do that. Yeah, so it looks like it wants me to go down the main road, but I'm going to see if I can go down the South Downs. And it looks like we've got a tractor ahead of us. The only problem with going down the South Downs is that there's an event going on, and I'm not sure whether or not it would affect me going home. That's the only thing that I'm kind of a little bit concerned about. Well, we've got a tractor to follow, but I guess I'm in no hurry. I'm coming up to the main roundabout now anyway, so we won't be behind it for too long. So when I was talking about the Curviger app, I was saying that you could add certain things to your display. Let's see what this tractor's doing. It looks like it's going straight down, so that's good. I'm going to try going down via the South Downs. I haven't done it for ages, so I'm not exactly sure where I'm going, but that's the beauty of Curviger. You let Curviger do the work, and hopefully it'll get me home eventually. Let's see if it works. Yeah, so the A272, I love the A272. I hope this records to the end, because it would be a pity if it doesn't. I done this a long time ago, but it's very rarely I come down here. But sometimes it's the best time to come, is when you haven't been here for ages, because it kind of rekindles your... Oh, that's nice. Now, it said Midhurst over there. Now, there's another castle over, I think it's Castle or Abbey or something around there to have a look at. So yeah, like I was saying, on the settings it says you can have additional information displayed, and it's this information that you see here on the left and on the right there. Otherwise you could have a clear screen. So it gives you an ETA on the left, and then obviously the current speed limit that it is for the road. It's not always accurate, so don't sort of take it as gospel. Just use it as a guide. And then there's my current speed, but just underneath it. Nice. Look at this. I think this will end up taking me out towards Loomies. Judging by the way that all these bikers are coming from here. Stay there. I think this is what happens. I think that's where it's going to take me, to be honest. I think I'll end up at the crossroads where Loomies is. Quite busy, unexpectedly busy really for a Sunday, but I don't mind. Or it could be maybe just one person holding everybody up. Wants me to turn right. Shall I trust it? No, I think I'm going to just stay on the A272, to be honest. I might try that again at some point, because I know that the 272 will take me back to where I want to be. So I haven't got too much time this afternoon. Interesting. But like I said, I'm only using Curviga as a bit of a guide today. I'm not using it as a religious sort of route today. There's a cafe down there. Lovely jubbly. Like I said, I've been down here, but not for a long time. So it's quite nice to come down here and see something a bit different. That's nice. I mean, as you can see by the signpost, there's Chelmsford and Alsford, so we know it's not really too far away. Wow, how pretty is this today for a ride? God, I hope it's still recording and the battery hasn't died on me. Either way, whether it's recording or not, I'm glad I came this way. So what I'm thinking we're going to end up is going to end up at the junction crossroads at Loomies, and then we'd pick up the A32 to take us up to Alton. That's what I'm thinking. Cheriton. Oh wow, if only you could see the grin on my face. Well, I say not the grin, but the smile. Because this is absolutely just gorgeous. I mean, I know it's a bit slow going, but I have to do this again because this is just like... Hinton Ampler Garden. Oh, that looks nice. So I might have to come back to investigate that. Because that looks like it's something that's quite interesting to see. But it looks like today they've got, I don't know, is it Sunday market? Maybe? Well, apparently speed limit's 50 now, so we can pick up the pace a bit. Again, it wants me to go turn right. Such beautiful scenery. At least for now the weather's held off. The clouds up there are pretty grey, but hopefully I'll make it home. But this Volkswagen at the front is let's just say not the quickest, but I guess with beautiful scenery like this you can just take it in without fear of people behind you going, come on, come on. Back down to 30. What have we got here? 12th century church up there. Oh, that sounds interesting. Looks like some abandoned cars over there, an abandoned petrol station, which seems to have quite a bit of character. Oh wow, look at that. That'd be a nice place. Oh gosh, it's so lovely around here. It's such a shame we've got cars in front to block the view. But we've got national speed limit applies now, so I'm hoping that this Volkswagen might pick up the pace a little bit. I'm not saying break the speed limit or anything, but at least just a little bit faster to make progress. The A272 is a really nice road. Ropley. So yeah, we're sort of headed in that direction of going home then. Like I say, if you took the sat nav away from me, I wouldn't know how to get home. I'd sort of just keep going until I get to the junction that I think I'm going to end up at. But I have to say, there's a few junctions along this road here that seem to have some nice places. There's that beautiful church, well, that 12th century church that apparently that's back there. So that sounds quite intriguing. There's a garden, I don't know if it's garden centre or gardens to have a look at. So that's something else to look at along here. And then you've got the general scenery as well. I should have probably put it to fastest route. I left it on the fast and curvy, so it keeps wanting to take me off route. But like I said, I'm only using it as a guide. I'm not using it religiously. This Volkswagen's really holding up the line. There's a big queue of cars right behind me. Yeah, here we are. This is where I thought we were going to end up. So Loomies is just off to the right. Hopefully this Volkswagen isn't going to want to go left. And by the looks of things, no. Thank God for that. So Loomies is just off to the right, but we won't be going there. It's a shame that we had to follow it all the way. But hey ho, let's go. I know exactly where I am. Yeah, this is a much nicer way to get to Winchester. And what I might do is I might do like a return, if this is still recording, that is, and you can still hear me, I might do like a return loop as just like a ride as opposed to going anywhere. That'll be maybe next weekend or something, I don't know, depending on the weather and all sorts of other things. Not about me, it's nice. La, 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 la. Also, going on the A272 there, Curviga obviously had a different plan for me to get home. And you know, and I think if I was just going for a ride, I probably would have just followed it. But because I'm just sort of had my sort of day out already, I just kind of want to get home now in a roundabout sort of way without it being too elongated. Nice. Munching up the miles at the moment. average speed camera. I'm not sure if they're average speed cameras or if they are actual. That's a bit annoying. I know he's going across. That's good. Good. But, oh no. Slowing up for East Tisted. Nice. I like it. You've got to appreciate a good old classic car, haven't you? Right, back up to speed. Approaching Farringdon. Nice. I think the battery might have died, but who knows? Indeedy. Follow those bikes. Oh, there's a classic one over there at the front. Will do. Keep in close formation. It's kind of a bit of a mix of motorcycles in front of us. One's an oldie worldie, one's an adventure by looks of things, and the other one at the back looks like a sort of more modern style retro bike. I'm quite happy to follow them. We're all friends here, but they might turn off in a minute. I'm not going to go through. Yeah, they are. I'm just going to go straight down the main road. See, that Jalsa Solana board is one of the reasons why I didn't go to the other castle. Nice.